Ready, ready! Go! Let's go! Hut! Here we go, here we go! Got it! Ready? Ready, ready? Set! Ready? Come on, set! Set up! Set! Hut, hut! Set! Ready! Set, go! Let's go now! Ready? Ready! Go! Here we go, set! Hut! Set up! Ready, ready? Go! Ready? Okay, break! Set up! Ready, ready? Hut, hut!
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and our focus is on the Lions' Offensive Player of the Year. He was a walking highlight reel last week with a 4-touchdown game. It's the Lions and the Packers, next on Madden Football.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. It's been a great start to the season, back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes that actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
And he's off to a fantastic start to the season. Already 8 touchdown passes in just his first 2 weeks of the year. Now, I don't think that's a pace he's going to be able to sustain, but at the very least, he's got this offense humming here to start things out.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The numbers for Gibbs from last week: 17 carries, 79 yards.
Nice solid showing from him last week. Didn't blow the roof off with his numbers, but he certainly had a quality day and produced when called upon.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. The Lions at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
As we both know, there's a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting away in the throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Gibbs straight ahead. And he is going to lose yardage here. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Now Barkley rolling to his right. And it is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Adam Troutman, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. You talk about this Lions defense. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the number 1 overall offense in the league.
Here comes 3rd down and 7. A The shotgun snap for Smith. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Take it in at the 22. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Lions will take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Barkley. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3 and out.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now Brown. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Now Geno on first down. And connecting here with DJ Shark. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's second down.
Now this defense for the Lions, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially in open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
To throw is Smith.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Lions to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Barkley. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He's trying to parlay that great performance last week, NFC Offensive Player of the Week in Week 2, into a great performance in Week 3.
And the way he was able to do it last week, he started off doing it again this week. Energy, the way he comes off the line of scrimmage, attacks the defense, sets them back on their heels, and he finds openings as a result.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
You look at this Packers defense.
They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
They're going to try and throw. And it's good. decision to go for it doesn't pan out, and the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Back to throw, Smith. Open man right side is Sharp. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Smith on third down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Smith will stay out there. The offense is going to go here on fourth down. They snap it to Smith.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Packers first down, and he'll have it by plenty, as it turns out to be a big gainer there on fourth down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
From the gun, here's Smith. And this is going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Showed off the juke, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6-yard line. The Packers on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They can use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. Geno now to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. The kick by Lutz is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field.
They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they wanted to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
Escaping the pressure right.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt.
With it is Brown.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara.
Taken down at the 47-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure. And it's a loss of 6. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 29-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Smith on first down. And complete once again to Watson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Here's Smith. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark.
Holding offense.
Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. To the air again, Smith. Open man here is Conklin. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. They'll get this out to Kamara. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down. The kick by Lutz is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll buy some time right. And that'll be caught with St. Brown. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Another big gain or 2 in succession as this one goes for 32.
Well, he looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively, just too hard to keep him under wraps, and delivers a big play here for this offense.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He finds his man complete. It's Clayton. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here's 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Barkley. That's to the tight end, Laporta. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Patterson's kick is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take, punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Geno. And that'll be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety back all game, so back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect some good results in their game.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as he'll stop him well short of the yellow line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And he fields it cleanly. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Lions offense getting set once again. And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong. Only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we always talk about identity, setting a tone, you know, getting the groundwork laid for the season or for a game. And that's what...
He's got him in, complete. And they've got him well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. Now Barkley. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down. Back to throw. Barkley. Throw left side complete. That's Clayton. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. Back to throw again. Sliding out of the pocket. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
2nd and 10. Here's Barkley. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So a fake field goal run in for the touchdown. That can be a huge momentum swing.
And that's got to drive a defensive coach and a special teams coach crazy. Someone else running it in on a fake field goal when you're supposed to be alert for it. Terrific play by the offense, not so much by the defense.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Packer offense heading back for one final first-half drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now Smith. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be second down.
Second and 7 at the 28-yard line.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly. And in the second quarter, it's the Bears who are out in front. The Bears trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, we head down south to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. The Panthers looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And that one all tied. Final adjustments being made in both locker rooms. They are just about set to get back to football in Detroit. And for the call of the second half, we'll kick it back up to Ford Field and Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. And the half will begin with a touchback. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On first down, it's Smith. And Sharp calls it in. Touchdown, Packers. DJ Chark, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Packers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 22-yard line.
From the 22, Barkley. He finds his man, complete. It's Clayton. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 32 on the play.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the third quarter. Another big play right there.
They go play action here on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Clayton. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Packers offense set to go. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is. We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first run.
That was complete. He finds Sharp. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. Smith now to throw. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
2nd and 7 at the Lions' 46-yard line.
Again, Smith. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Back to Kamara for another catch. Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll make it second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
To throw on second down is Smith. And this will be incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. Just learn to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw away.
From the gun on third down, Smith. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions touchdown. That offense trying to erase that deficit, get a little bit closer here and climb back into this game in the third quarter. Instead, they further their disadvantage, Charles, with a pick 6.
And that defense came out willing to do anything necessary to defend that lead. I think they looked around the huddle and said, who's going to make the big play? Who's it going to be? And the person who just ended up in the end zone with the football, he was the one that answered the bell.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now the Packers get set to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand They've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Smith. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. On now is the Packers punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable here from the 38. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
He finds his man complete. That's Clayton. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 33 yards that time. Looking to throw. Barkley. He finds his man complete. It's Clayton. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because some...
And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out, and we're going to get a review of that last play. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, ruling on the field stays.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to throw. Barkley. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And now they're in the hurry-up.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd.
Looking to throw. Barkley. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. Shoves him away. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
4-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Green Bay.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer 1st down.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Packers.
Geno out to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Smith's throw brought in by Watson. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers on third down. A very anemic, 1 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Smith. And that is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first, and that will force a turnover on downs. The drive will start with an option going left, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Packers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
They have still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Timing is so important on a run like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Smith going to throw on 3rd and 1. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th. Here we go with Kamara. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Back to throw, Smith. He finds his man, complete. That's Reed. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down, Green Bay.
Now it's Smith.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. A shotgun snap for Smith.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here. Brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. They snap it to Smith. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was all capped off by a touchdown catch from Christian Watson. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Gibbs will try and pick it up. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for Detroit. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st and 10, Smith. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he's got this down to the 35. Time becoming a factor, down 2 scores, though they have 2 timeouts and, of course, the 2-minute warning to work with as well. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Geno. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And it's a Packers touchdown. Jaden Reed from 21 yards away. And the Packers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. They get 1 more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Back to throw, Hooker. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Lions first down, and that's the one that should seal a victory. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, it would likely put an end to this thing. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18.
Brings up third down.
Here's Hooker. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down. They'll try and run for it. It's a gain of 3 there, and that should be just about all she wrote. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll run with Gibbs. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9.
Let's go. A loss of 2 brings up second and 4.
On second and goal, there's an option play left. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. A couple more minutes and maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been different. But ultimately, time runs out on the comeback, so it falls short. And they hold on to win this by just 1 possession.
Not the fourth quarter they wanted, but they did earn the win, and they'll be happy about that, and they should be. Now they're going to go back to practice, see what they can do to prevent a future lead from slipping away like this one was.
So for Detroit, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they'll fall to 1-2, and they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Ford Field.